You replay a conversation that already ended yesterday. Nothing went wrong, but your brain refuses closure. This is not your personality. This is a system stuck in a defense mode against social threats. You are lying on your bed, phone face down on the mattress. The room is quiet, but your mind is still replaying your own voice from dinner earlier. Not the whole moment, just one single sentence that feels slightly off in your memory. Your chest tightens a little for no clear reason. You try to let it go, but your brain starts editing it again anyway. Right now, it is not about what you said anymore. It is about your brain checking if it was actually safe. In this video, you are going to see exactly how that loop starts and why it does not stop when it should. No cliché advice here, just the mechanism running underneath your mind. And it begins with something that looks completely normal. You are sitting at the dinner table last night. Warm yellow lights. The faint clinking of silverware against the plates. Everything seemed perfectly normal. But right now, as you lie in bed in the pitch black, a single harmless comment you made earlier suddenly starts rewinding in your head. You have long left the dinner table, but your brain has not. A sentence you finished saying hours ago keeps playing over and over like a broken tape, making you think you should not have said that. In reality, no one is judging you right now, but your brain refuses to believe it. The moment you lie down to rest, a system in your brain automatically kicks in. It treats social interactions like a survival mission, forcing a strict review of every tiny detail, even when absolutely nothing went wrong. The cost of this is that you lose the feeling of closure. The event has already ended in real life, but in your mind, every single day drags on late into the night. And your brain just keeps running that loop. You are standing in the supermarket choosing an item. In front of you are two products that look almost exactly the same. You stand there frozen for way too long. It is a completely meaningless choice, but a question suddenly races through your mind. What if I pick the wrong one? What will people think of me? In reality, no one is looking at you as closely as you think, but your brain is. A decision with no right or wrong is suddenly processed by your mind like a life or death exam. When facing uncertainty, the amygdala in your brain immediately labels it as a risk of being judged, while your prefrontal cortex desperately tries to find a perfect answer that does not even exist. The cost is that a tiny decision instantly turns into a massive energy drain. There is no exam here, but your brain just keeps writing the test questions. Your chat screen is open. You type out a line, then delete it. Your finger hovers hesitantly right before the send button. A familiar question pops up in your head. Does this sound too weird? In reality, you are not just texting. You are trying to optimize your own emotional safety. A message that is never sent can still create a heavy pressure, just like it already did. You are meticulously editing something that other people would not even notice. Your brain is desperately searching for a perfect version of words, one that carries absolutely no social risk. But the truth is, there is no such thing as a perfect stopping point. The cost is that a very simple sentence drains 10 to 15 minutes of your precious energy. No one out there is grading your every word, but that feeling of being judged is still lingering right here. A child is sitting quietly inside the house. Suddenly, they hear a door slamming hard outside. Not a single word of explanation. No one tells that child what is actually happening. A default thought instantly locks into their mind. I need to watch everything. In reality, you did not just come up with this hyper-vigilant way of living. You learned it. In that environment, a child's brain learns to constantly scan and read the room instead of asking questions. The silence of adults is encoded as a danger signal. A survival strategy from childhood suddenly keeps running in your adult life. The cost is that this habit of high alertness has quietly dragged on for years. You are always on edge, even when there is absolutely no threat around you. Your environment has clearly changed, but the defense system in your brain has not. And it just keeps running every single day, as if you are still not safe. You are lying in bed. You are doing absolutely nothing. But inside your head, everything is still racing. A tired thought pops up. I did not even do anything heavy today. In reality, the thing that drains you the most is not your actual actions in real life. It is the simulations in your mind. The default mode network in your brain never fully shuts down. It constantly creates thought loops just to maintain a baseline level of alertness deep inside. The ironic truth is that no bad event is happening right now, but your body is still tensing up to react. The cost is that you always feel exhausted without knowing why. Your life energy is chipped away bit by bit, even in the moments you think you are resting. Nothing dangerous is happening right this second, but your brain is still processing everything as if a threat is right around the corner. What you call overthinking is not an excess of thought. It is a prediction system that never learned when safety is stable. And it keeps running because silence still feels unfinished to it. This video is for the people who notice small changes in tone, pause, and timing before words are even spoken. Remember, not every thought deserves a second pass. When do you notice your mind starting to review instead of living the moment? I break down patterns like this, slowly and clearly, in each video. Some things feel like thinking until you realize they are just checking.